Hello Aries, hope you're well. This is your mid-October 2017 reading plus early November as well. So what I'm doing is, because in the interest of time and everything else, I'm going to start with mid-October, go all the way to mid-November here. So hopefully that gives you more. And also, it's still a general reading, so watch your sun, moon and rising. That's you'll get more information that way. And of course, if you'd like to set up a reading with me so I can look into your situation and do this for you, my email is in the description box below. Drop me an email. And let's get started. This is a general reading again, so if I didn't say it earlier, please watch your sun, moon and rising. Cards are pre-shuffled. Let's get going. So 3 cards. I'm doing 3 cards for the mid of October and then 5 for November. So I'll tell you what the cards for mid-October are. Star card in reverse, 7 of Swords upright, and 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Just so you know, this is the Connolly deck for people that are interested. Okay, so for some of you, I'm sensing that a star card in reverse is saying there's something that, and I'm getting a big work finance feel here. So it's either your job, a project, a business, some financial investment. If you're retired, there's something, inheritance, something that is what I think is being highlighted here, or guidance towards it as well. So you'll have to see that. I mean, I got a big feel for that, and there might be some partnerships involved in that way too, and you just have to see how that pans out for you. So the first thing that I'm getting is, for some of you, that there is a time delay on something that you're aspiring. You're on the right track, but it's taking longer. And I think the most important message is keep the faith, because it's going to take that to get to where you want to get to. For some of you, this might become a situation, might seem a bit dire financially, but for those people specifically and everyone else, the situation is not, I'm not saying it's not bad, but what I'm bad in the sense, there's a time delay, and this has got to do with money and finances. So of course, it's disappointing. However, there is also hope here, because what I sense is that there's going to be, out of the blue, a message that comes in, and this might be at a night time, and when the stars are shining, and you're not expecting this message to come through. So yeah, this might have to do with that too. So you'll just have to see how this works for you, but I definitely feel that for some of you, this message comes through at night time, and this might gives you a bit of a relief in the whole situation. And whether it's job offer, interview offer, something like that, it might just be a message which gives you a cause for not feeling that grim, or not feeling as disappointed. For some of you, again, there's a time, maybe this is in another country, overseas, across waters. For some of you, this message is coming across waters. So it might be there's a time difference from when the message comes in and it's nighttime here or nighttime there. I think it's nighttime where you are, more so than not. So yeah, I'm going to go with that. So for some of you, this is time difference. Some of you, it's nighttime, and more so unexpected. So there's still even though the message is saying it's time delay, and this can impact your planning in terms of numbers or job or project, or even people who are retired, something to do with your finances. And some of you, it might be something to do with family as well. But just coming to that, there might be some messages that come across which might not be something you're expecting. This is more to do with if people who are away from home, or something that's coming from your hometown, or there's got a home feel, or wherever your home is, wherever your family is. I think there might be some messages that come through that you weren't expecting. And even though this is information that is good for you, but it is not relayed, or it doesn't come across that way. That's, for some of you, I'm getting that too. And others, I think, for the others, I think there's still messages that come through from home, which gives you which is good in long term. So there might be something that's delayed, but at least you know you're getting it. Whether it's inheritance, it's finance, it's yeah, something of that nature. I don't know, loan from a family member, or there are lots of excuses there. So you'll just have to see how it pans out for you. But what's important is that this is only for this particular period, and this is just asking you to brace yourself and be prepared that this is a short period. It'll pass, like every other energy. It'll pass. There is definitely a message coming through, and for some of you, it might not be what you expect. So you'll have to brace yourself. For others, I think there is a little hope that's coming through, for sure. So yeah, hope. Yeah, I think I'm ready to move on. So I'm going to move on to the next card. For some of you, I think this is connected, the other two cards, and for others, might not be. So with the Seven of Swords in this particular deck, there are different interpretations, and I'm getting actually both. To start with, I'm getting that there is some information that comes to light, which is, however, revealing, true, and can be painful, I hear, but some of you are going to be ignoring it. Some of you will have your eyes closed to it, so you're just going to be living in oblivion. And there are lots and lots of ways this message is trying to convey the truth, and truth sets us free, whether we like it or not. So then we can move on. But what is happening is this, and this might have to do in some partnership capacity, something that you're finding out about your partner, investment, or something that comes to light, and one person is completely oblivious to it, and the other person has got their eyes closed. So even though that means the same thing, but somebody obviously doesn't want to even listen to it, and the other person is listening, not happy, but still doesn't want to do anything about it, or it's like, it is what it is. But yeah, but what is more important, I think, is coming across. There is still more to come. A very important piece of information is still yet to come, which is not going to be happening in this particular period. So I'd say, please try and dig in, or maybe don't dig in now, but try and be aware that there is more to come. So I think the message from this is, don't be oblivious. Don't disregard any information that comes about a partner, about finances in this particular period. And this might be, something to do with relationship. So you'll just have to see. I'm not getting a big feel, but maybe for a slight percentage, something comes across which is hidden. It might not be something big, but usually if it isn't, then it wouldn't have come across. But, it's a general reading, so for most of the people, it'll be different for different people. Now for others, there is a percentage where I'm getting that, for people who in that first card, the connection, I'm getting that you're waiting for some information, and this has got to do with your finances and work, and this may be for people who are looking for work more so, or project work or contract work. I think there is something here which makes me want to say that there are people here who have a creative side to them, whether it's music, whether it's dance, whether it's playing, you know best what is your creative side. And this card is a confirmation that please explore that. While you're waiting for things to materialize financially, this might be something you might want to start off. Don't expect huge results straight away. That's how businesses usually are. You've got to put in the effort and then be persistent at it. And that's, I guess, from my experiences, when the results come through. But you'll best know in your particular case. But yeah, in this one, I'm definitely getting, for some of you who have that creative side, this is a sign. Explore it, move with it. Because not in this cycle, but soon enough, 2 to 3 months, you'll see the result. At least you'll see a flicker of it. So you'll know that you're on the right track. And the last card is a confirmation that, you will not have the results yet. Whether it's for people like this, or people, again, going back to the first card, finances, results, project, people are not going to want to collaborate at this particular time. And so for some of you, this might be a delay. And for some of you, we can't do it. So, and that's okay. there's no harm retrying when the time and energy shifts and focus. So that is when I think you're gonna, persistence is what I'm getting here, the right word. Don't lose that, and don't lose hope. So that's your mid-October to end of October. Let's see your cards for November. Five of Swords in reverse. Two of Pentacles upright. Yeah, you're trying to balance your finances in November. Guess what? The Magician comes across. Temperance. And Six of Cups. For some of you, I think you're going to be creative. And even though it's going to take a lot of balancing, but this is something you did as a child, or did as, or used to enjoy it with your, I don't know, something that you learned as a child, or you've been wanting to do it, brings your beautiful memories. You're going to go forward and do it. So, I think from that message of mid-October, that ties in well. But this is a lot more promising, what I sense here. And for early November, whatever arguments, conflicts that you had, and this might have to do with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Now that I'm looking at both the situations, I see those kind of depleting, which is a good thing. That you're now not having to fight to get your to get your piece across, so to say. And something might be coming which gives you, you might have to balance finances, but you're okay. You are okay is what I'm getting. So maybe something comes through in the month of November. For some of you, I'm not sensing that for everyone. But yeah, there's a bit of balancing act here, give and take. So maybe you manage to do something and, pull some strings and like speak to people and not give up, and, all that resentment or disagreement that you had from others to work and collaborate with you is dying down, which is a good thing. So, people are actually willing to give you an opportunity, maybe some of you. And the others, you're kind of getting out of the conflict, maybe internal conflict for some of you, and you're balancing your finances. And even though it's a juggling act, you're doing it, which means that you're one step, the way I look at it, one step forward. With the Magician bang in the middle, you are manifesting what you want. You're on the track to manifest what you want. It's all in your hands. It's all something that you can do. And even though you will see the result that, you're manifesting and things, at least you're getting to speak to people and things are moving forward. But what is important is that there might still be ups and downs. That is what the Temperance card to me is, there's a bit of balance. You're tired, but there is still hot and cold energy that I get from here. And for some of you, this might be March, April time till you get the real results. So don't lose heart and don't lose faith. I'm not saying things are not going to happen before. But like I said, for some of you, it might be. But the best part is, and for some of you, you're actually doing things with your kids or with your, I heard, karmic partner. For some of you, and this might have to do with something that you do with them, and you celebrate with them and find your happy moments with them while you're going through all of this. I think I'm going to look at something else as well, because romantically I didn't get so much feel on that, but for whatever percentage I got, I'm sensing that something, maybe you kind of confront and you make peace and you find your peaceful ground with the other half. And even though there's still a balancing act, you still got to give and take, but you're able to move things on a much more saner path forward for the rest of the year. For the rest of the year then, because even though I'm reading this till mid-November, I think things are going to get better by that mid-November period. For some of you, this might be going and visiting home, like we got that message earlier. So I think for others, there's a happy home feeling. Either you might take, maybe this Magician is that you're getting something for some of you, because for some of you, I'm sensing that you might take a little break away from home, and this might be grandparents, this might be parents, cottage somewhere away, and with kids. So or I heard for people who would want to have that. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. But I like that Six of Cups in the end, going back and doing things the right way to your family, with your friends. And of course, with the work feel, I got that you're going to be doing something that you enjoyed, you've got a passion for, and you've been wanting to do this for a long time, and you find headway with that. So of course, Magician, I'm getting a very strong feel, so you'd be able to really kind of make things go forward with your right intention and effort. It's not going to be a quick result, but you will see result, is what's the most important. The balancing act will help out. And even in relationships, if this is one, then I see that things are going to move. Things are going to be on a better plane than they have been in October. On that note, Aries, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share and subscribe. And I shall speak to you next month. Bye for now.